Mirsad Keric, and what exactly is Mirsad Keric, and how did he become a football agent? Yes, Mirsad Keric is a former professional footballer who was born in Germany in the city of Frankfurt am Main and who, at the age of 12 years, traveled back with his parents to their homeland, namely Croatia, moving to Osijek, where he spent his formative years, completed his schooling, and, as he continued his studies, pursued higher education and, among other notable achievements, became the first professional footballer to earn a university degree, a milestone in the history of the sport within football circles. Basically, I am a primary school teacher, and I grew up in the country of Croatia, where I managed to sign a professional contract already at the age of 19, and I have played well over 150 games in the Croatian league. It was not until I returned to Germany at the ages of 28 or 29 that I played for Rot-Weiss Oberhausen. Honestly, I was not a particularly highly talented player. I was a very disciplined, very hard-working and very fit player, which I should emphasize here, who was also team-minded. Unfortunately, I sustained a serious groin injury very early, and overnight I went from being a professional footballer to an unemployed professional. Yes, for me it was a very difficult time. It was too a time very much like the one we are living in now. It was a winter period after Christmas and after New Year's Eve. I stood there all at once, yes, suddenly, more or less facing nothing at all, and I had to decide, what should I do now? Should I go back to Croatia now, I wonder? Should I return to, I suppose, a life without football? Or should I bravely push my way through whatever comes? That moment felt decisive and heavy on my shoulders. I felt small inside. And I must honestly say that I have taken a decision of truly great significance there. This decision continues to shape me to this day and clearly demonstrates to me that in every single situation, with the passion I have for what I do, football, I will always come out as a positive winner in every possible respect. Back then, I decided to stay in football and first completed my university studies in Zagreb as a football coach. And I was the youngest player's agent licensed by FIFA in Croatia. One of the first 10 and the absolute youngest licensed FIFA player agent. And I managed to break into the players' agency scene gradually through scouting and talent spotting at a few big clubs, and I also made my first big transfer in 2000 with Nenad Bjelica. To be honest, I have to say I was somewhat lucky, but there was also a lot of hard work involved. That wasn't my first transfer. I'm telling you, this is the first major transfer indeed. I had previously completed 4 or 5 other transfers on my own through my networks, through what I call massive action, which I also like to describe as my personal massive action method, with a great deal of effort, with very much dedication, and I can say with great pride that I was a self-made football agent back then, unable to read a single book, unable to watch a single video as you can today, with no advisor or mentor to support me, and yet I truly learned everything entirely self-made. And I want to spare you from that exact situation. I made a lot of mistakes indeed, especially in my very first 5 years. I'm telling you quite plainly, exactly 5 years. I had already made a large transfer after about a year, back then. As I said, that was in 2000, but I made many mistakes in my early years, truly. And you do not have to make these mistakes if you join us at Spar Academy, where you can enroll in our online course offering and of course make full use of my own collection of tips and tricks and also learn the basics of our 4-step proven system designed to guide you toward real results. Anyone at any level can learn this within 8 to 10 weeks. And of course, you have my personal support as I mentor you throughout every stage of the process, and you can gradually and confidently build your career as a player agent or talent scout with my ongoing guidance and encouragement. Let me tell you right from the start, quite plainly and honestly, the player agent business is not some get-rich-quick scheme. Here you truly need vitamin D, as I like to call it. Vitamin D, as you already know, stands for discipline, and you must here also cultivate perseverance and the staying power it requires. Naturally, you must also possess a healthy dose of self-confidence, without which you won't get very far. I always say there are two things you must bring with you, and I'll supply you with the third, the one that matters most. Yet you must bring the first two in any case. The first thing, you must bring some money indeed, because in your role as a player's advisor, you have to be out on the road, and you must also be able to invest in yourself, in your network, and in every relationship you establish here. First of all, you will definitely need some money, naturally, and indeed also something for investing in your knowledge in the Spar Academy. And secondly, you will very much need some time. You must bring these two things with you along. I assume that you are truly passionate football fans and that you have been doing this for many years in this, so to speak, crazy circus. And the third, the single most important factor in this matter, is a system. You must possess a practical, reliable system that simply and consistently delivers results, and my four-step, proven success system functions sustainably with clear evidence from the 44 transfers I have already completed. I'll bring this to you. I will also thoroughly teach you this. You'll certainly have plenty of time for that, for a long time now, truly. Accordingly, the Spar Academy online course runs for 8 to 10 weeks, but I will accompany you through those 10 weeks throughout. You could very well say my mentorship is lifelong, indeed, until you personally have completed a transfer or until you yourself perhaps work as a scout for one club or another. More or less, nothing at all should go wrong here around this place for you. You simply have to bring the ardor with you, and you have to bring the dedication as well, and I tell you this clearly and plainly. A single thing you must not do is give up, never surrender. Yes, I'm wandering a little off topic now, so who is Mirsad Keric? Mirsad Keric is therefore a deeply passionate player's agent from day one. I know every facet of this complex business inside out. I know exactly how this business works, and, above all, what truly matters, because I have the practical knowledge I can pass on to you. And I've worked in this business in nearly every position imaginable, giving me broad, hands-on experience. I was a professional footballer, and I was, and I am, a fully qualified football coach by trade, and I carried out that coaching role for a relatively short period of time. I served as the sporting director at my home club, NK Osijek. I was an investor. I brought German investors into Croatian football. I was and am also a mentor to several successful player agents, and I have also acted as a guide to a number of devoted parents who have built, through hard work and savvy, extremely successful careers for their children. So you should be able to make something of this description which I'm about to give you at the end. If you should still need one or two small pieces of information, you'll know our Spa Academy page, or the page where the majority of the answers to the most important questions are listed. This is mirsadkeric.do info. There you may also discover a little more information about me personally. With that in mind, I sincerely wish you all a very pleasant day and much success in the future.